Live. See anybody come in here? Oh boy, it is hot today, y'all. It is hot today. Hey. God. That's good. Maybe around and get at least one person. There we go. Garden Eden. Hey, how you doing? Lawn and Life, how you doing? Welcome. Come on in. It is hot today. Yes, it is. How's y'all's what's today? Today Tuesday, Wednesday? How's y'all's week going? 91 there? It's probably about 91 right now too. I just got done doing a harvest. Farmer Rob, what's up, Brandon? I got your message. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. I was getting prepped for this though. You can go ahead and send my number. No worries. Y'all want to see the harvest for today? The harvest for today? I don't know if the video's coming out this week, but let me go ahead and take you out of here. They don't want me to win out here today. They don't want me out here today. Am I back? Hey, Miss Craft, how you doing? Am I buffing? Am I back, y'all? Can you hear me? They wanted to drop my Wi-Fi signal. Hi, Diana. Diana, you got so many videos out right now. I'm so behind on all of you other fellow content creators. I've had one heck of a week and a half. As you guys know, some of you may know, I didn't release a video this week. That new trailer that I updated for the channel, I got a hat on. I sure do, because it's hot, Diva. It's hot. But I got me a little harvest. Let's see if I can show it to you without the camera kicking off on me again. Let me just go ahead and flip it. But, okay, I'm back. Cool. So, that's what we're working with today. I got some beets. I got some purple potatoes. I'm going to need some help with my purple potatoes. I'm going to show you in the video. Me and potatoes just haven't been doing that well. I'm not sure if that's normal. Maybe it's normal for the amount of seed I put in there. The seed right now. I'll go ahead and get that out of there. But some Royal Burgundy. These right here, guys. These right here are so good. These are Royal Burgundy purple beans, pole beans. Yeah, that's why you up underneath the AC. And I got plenty of tomatoes. And then I got some those Parisian carrots we threw down a few months ago. Started harvesting some of those and jalapenos. It was a good little harvest. But in the video, you'll see that that's my second harvest of potatoes. And they've left much to be desired, for sure. Much to be desired. Yeah, hey, thank you, Caramel. Appreciate that. I hope you're not expecting to learn too much from me, because I'm still trying to figure it out myself, I promise you. Follow some people that got a little more experience, but I'm gonna teach you what I learned along the way. Speaking of teaching you something I learned along the way, I actually knew this before I started gardening because of the lawn care side, but I don't hear a lot of people talk about it in the soil testing. So I got a lot of stuff over here that people have sent me that I want to recognize while I just chat and hang out with y'all for a little while, as long as you'll have me, for sure. But soil testing. So I see a lot of gardeners out there, you're dropping a lot of stuff in the ground, and then, you're amending your soil, and that's great that you're amending your soil. But the smarter way to amend your soil is get a soil test first. Are usually up and down. Okay, all right. Well, I think my fall harvest is going to do a lot better because I already started for the fall. And if you're in Zone 7A, go ahead, get in touch. This is the easiest thing to do. If you are a beginner gardener and you have no idea where to start at your local county extension office. That is where you want to start. Your local county extension office. Go type in your county, so my county here is Hartford. So I would type in Harford County Extension Office, and it might come up as a cooperative office. And what it is an extension of your state's university. You get in touch with the horticulturist over there, or you go to their website and look for the lawn and gardening section. In that section, you're going to have a calendar, a grow calendar, that's specific to you, your area, and your zone. And that will tell you when to drop your seed, when to transplant your seed outside. It'll tell you everything you need to know. But outside of that, while you're there, see if they do soil testing. Now, I have a soil test kit that this company sent me over. It's supposed to be, well, I actually used it already. I used it earlier this season. And let's see, I got to turn it at an angle. My soil test kit. So what's funny is I'm not actually going to use this on my soil because I know what my soil consists of. I'm actually going to use this. Oh, okay. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's been buffering for a minute. It got my phone overheated. It overheated. And now my hair look crazy because I had that hat on. But we're going to run with it. You know, everything ain't pretty in the garden. Well, what was I saying? Yeah, it feel better in here anyway. Like Diva Jones said, I should have been underneath this AC. So we under the AC now. Hopefully, yeah, the light shouldn't be too bad in here. Let me go ahead and turn on the light, and we should be good. Can y'all see and hear me just fine? Where was I with my rant? Okay, so yeah, the local extension office. So that local extension office, there's a horticulturist there, right? So I'm going to use this kit right here that My Soul sent me, and then in this video, I'll give away one of these kits. They agreed to let me give away one of these kits. So whenever you see that kit, this video come out, Team AC, that's what I'm talking about. Whenever you see that video come out of me testing my soil testing, hey, Lady Cheryl, how you doing? That is what this is going to be. I'm going to be testing my worm castings, because I'm super interested in what's going on. Well, super interested just to see what's going to be that blend in my worm castings. And it's not going to be consistent, right? Because my diet changes every time. I mean, we don't eat the same thing every week. So what I'm feeding the worms as far as my waste isn't the same thing every single time. But it's going to give me an idea of what that ratio looks like. And my first MOS, hey Cakes, how you doing? My first MOS in the Army, I was a medical laboratory specialist. So I love nerdy lab science stuff all day. I'm about that life. So the super cool thing about this company though is it's a really easy kit. I used it earlier this year and I compared it to my local extension office, but they got this really nifty cup where you take soil from your lawn or your garden, right here in this box, and then you got this little solution, this resin and solution, this ball. You throw your soil in there, you mail it off to them, and then you tell them whether or not it's your garden or your lawn, or it's a new lawn that you're trying to establish new lawn seed in it. And what it's going to do is going to get you in the ballpark, very close in the ballpark to what you need to be amending your soil with as you logged into the right account now. Hey, Lady Lad, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. But it's going to let you know. So at the beginning, let's say you're ending a season and you need to you're building your soil profile over time. But let's say your lawn needs some help getting to where you want it to be. You can use something like that to know whether or not, I think out in the Midwest, some of those states, they have a high phosphorus content already in their soil. So if you already have abundance amount of phosphorus in your soil, and you're dropping your seeds and your plants straight into the ground, well then you can look into using a fertilizer that maybe not carry that much phosphorus, especially if you're planting a whole bunch of root vegetables in that area. So a soil test is probably one of the best tools that you can use as a gardener and a lawn care enthusiast out in your lawn. That way you know what your soil needs and you're feeding it properly for the plants that you're trying to sustain in it. So I think that's really cool. Thanks, My Soul, for sending it out to me. I've had this for like a month. Hey, hi, Aunt Linda. So I've had this test for quite a while now, but I just haven't done anything with it because I've been so busy. Another thing that I got in the mail, guys, what is from Green Organic Love, Grow with Love. She sent me this t-shirt. Look at that, y'all. She sent me this t-shirt. Yeah. The Worm Factory 360. What was that? Diva Jones. Yeah, that's what I use. I use the Worm Factory 360 tower for my worm castings. That's what I use, Diva Jones. They sent me that this past fall. They sent it to me because I was at my local extension office. And when I was at my local extension office, the horticulturist there, she had a Worm Factory 360. And I was like, what is this? And she was like, oh, it's my little worm farm. And I was like completely, you can, all of the genuine expressions of like surprise and me being enthused about the situation. I'm telling you, I'm a nerd like that. So I was just like over the moon about that. I ordered, but back to Green Organic Love. She has a website. It is like tissaray.com or something. She has two different websites, but this particular website, she has like glasses and stuff that she sells on there. So I ordered a pair out of curiosity. But look at this. Look at the packaging. I hope that's not coming in backwards for y'all. So it's got her name on it, which I think is really cool. Nice little touch. And then it's actually on the box that comes in it as well. But one thing that I really like about these glasses is they were super cheap. Yeah, that's like I'm hanging at the beach or the pool. But they're super cheap. I think these glasses was only like 12, 13 bucks. But they are still quality glasses for the price, right? And what I really like about this is, y'all know when y'all on those vacations, or if, let's say you just going to the pool, to sit by the pool, and you take your super expensive glasses out there with you, and then when you take your super expensive glasses out there, you need to keep an eye on them. You turn around, they're gone. Or for me, I like to cruise, and I like to hang over the balcony like I'm Rose in the Titanic, like Rose and Witchcomb was doing in the Titanic. And then you lose your glasses. I lost a pair of, what were they, Carreras or something like that? $300. Boom, fell off my face into the ocean, never saw them again. So I really like the idea of these because they're so cheap. They're so cheap that, I mean, and still good quality, you know, they look nice. But if I lost them, I'll just go and get another pair. It's that easy. She also sent me some seeds. Some of them are from her garden. And, well, I think all of them. Lemon cucumber from my garden in 2019. So that's cool. Thank you, Tisa. Appreciate the seeds, girl. Hawaii 5.0. Is that that's what you say about my glasses, Diva? Is that what you said? She trying to go on me, okay. What else did she send? Because I didn't even finish opening. Oh yeah, these. So Tisa sent this to me. She was funny trying to do this. So both of her and I have a terrible time at naming our plants. I've gotten better about it. Wait, you windsurfing on the cruise? Yeah, I was windsurfing on the cruise ship. Yeah, I sure was. And lost my glasses. I shouldn't have been doing it. But she sent me these. They're like these little hearts. So it's like plant. You label for your plant. So that's really cool. And everything comes in this like, you know, she's got the stickers and the nice little wrapping paper. The presentation, like if you want to win me off the back, presentation. And presentation, she freaking crushed it. Crushed the presentation. What else is in here? So, and then it was very affordable, very affordable. Now, Suzette, I'm not sure if Suzette is in here, but this next gift that I got, it has an interesting story. So I got me some Moringa powder and a Moringa seed. Now, this was supposed to go to her from TNOG, but she saw fit that I would get a better use out of it, so she sent it to me. So I got a seed for my moringa tree, and then I got some good old powder to use as well. So I'm looking forward to mixing this in with some tea or something, and making use of it. Now this seed, I probably won't plant this seed just because I don't want to have to deal with overwintering it. I'd rather start it this fall, bring it out. And then as you know, I'll probably be leaving here next year fall. Most likely I'll be leaving here. So then I can just take the plant with me wherever I go when I move. Hopefully it's not overseas because if it's overseas, then I won't be able to take it with me. Yeah. So I got some moringa, and Linda also sent me, Miss TNOG. She sent me some Jamaican sorrel seeds. So I have red sorrel out there, which has medicinal purposes, but it is nothing compared to the Jamaican sorrel. And I think sorrel is just like I think it's Caribbean. The Caribbean name for hibiscus is what it. So it's just like Jamaican hibiscus tree, which makes me think that that might actually be the same thing as a. Is this the same as roselle? I think that's how you say it. Roselle. Roselle is Jamaican sorrel the same thing? Roselle and Jamaican? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So that's going to be a pretty large size plant. If I let, do I have to let that plant get that big, or can I tame her? Does she get as big as, like, when I see pictures of a roselle, it's like huge. That's a huge plant. So can I keep that tamed, kind of like the moringa? Let me know. That'd be great. No, I can't keep it tamed. It's just gonna get big. Is that what you're saying, Diva? Can't keep it tamed. She's just gonna get real big. I have mine in the pipe. Oh, I can prune it. Okay. All right. Cool. So I'll prune it. I'll keep her pruned back. And then I got something that actually came in. I don't know how long it's been in the mailbox. Hopefully not too long. But I got something else from the TNOG. And ooh, I know what this is. That's some fish pepper seeds, y'all. Yeah. Fish pepper seeds. Let me see what the card says. She loves us both. We love you too. Oh, you just missed it, Tisa. I'm good. I was just showing off your stuff of the beautiful packaging and all the colors and the shirt that you sent me that I might have to grow into. But I love the shirt. I really do. And then I got one more thing. I actually have another thing somewhere else, but I can't find it. And then we can just hang out and talk for a bit. This is actually from one of my lawn care brothers, another content creator. And he sent me one of his hats. Chuck from Dad and All Day. Actually, I might just peek this on because I'm a little self-conscious about how my hair looking right now. I need to hit it up with what's going on, AN? I need to put some easily natural oils in my hair. Listen, guys, if you have hair like mine, or ladies, if you're natural and your hair is like mine, go check out Easily Natural products. Yeah, you're gonna have to play it back. Yeah, go check out Easily Natural products. I've been using the Shea Fluff and the hair oil more than anything. Now the bars that she has this cleansing bar, right? In the what is it? Goat's milk. It's a goat's milk cleansing bar, right? And I like it because it complements my aunt. She has a coffee and tea company. You guys know, and if you didn't know, she does, and it's called Sage Marie's Coffee and Tea. And she recently launched this. It's called Milky Eczema Bar, and it's supposed to be good for dry skin. But she made one for my face as well, right? So yeah, drop the link if you can pull it up, Lady Led. You can drop that link for the Easily Not for Princess Led, but and then just approve it, my mods, please. If it hangs her up, approve it. But so what I like about it though is Princess Led's bar. Like right now, my skin is like I've been outside all day. Right. Okay. Thank you, Tisa. I've been outside all day, so my skin is like real. It's like just sticky. It's like it needs a deep clean. So whenever I need a deep clean, I prefer to use Princess Led's bar, and the one bar goes a long way. You just lather it up a little bit on your hands, make some small circles, rinse, and repeat if you need to. But I promise you won't need to repeat. Everything just it just feels like it pulls everything out. Now, my aunt's, the Milky Eczema Bar, the Milky Smooth Eczema Bar, it's a really cool name. I'm probably jacking it up a little bit right now. But that bar, I like to use that bar, let's say, like tonight. After I wash my face, when I get done with this, and I go ahead and I throw some some bar. Oh yeah, you used it already, Linda. The Milky Bar, the Milky Eczema Bar. That's what it is. So I will use that at night because it's so full of moisture. Now I'm not saying that to say that like Princess Leads dries you out. It doesn't do that, but it peels everything that you need back. With the Milky Eczema Bar though, I have a nice clean skin. I have my skin is nice and clean, but it's well conditioned. It's really cool. So I like to use those two things in conjunction. And the Shea Fluff, I use the Shea Fluff when it's super hot outside because it's lighter. But when I want a deep moisture, I'll use my aunt's Shea Butter, and she's got this stuff that's got frankincense in it. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. And I'll use that at night. So they complement. You got the coffee scrub. You loved it. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't think I have anything else to show, but like for what I was saying earlier, if you're in zone 7A, you should go to your local extension office's website, get your grow calendar. Once you have your grow calendar, go ahead and start dropping your seeds. So it's the perfect time to go ahead and get your brassicas started back up. You might have enough time to squeeze another tomato plant out. Really, you probably want to find a start, to be honest, because we usually get our first frost mid-September, late September. So depending on what you're dealing with, that might not be enough time. Now, so for me, I succession planted, and the ones that are here now, and they're still producing fruit, but I can tell they're almost on their last leg dealing with all this heat. As they start to check out, the plants that I've already planted, they'll be ready, and I can give me a good fall harvest before my season is complete when it comes to a lot of like tomatoes and stuff like that. But for zone 7A, go ahead and get your beets ready again, get your carrots ready again, get your collards ready, your kale, your lettuces, all those things that like that cool climate. And I'm just super excited about growing this fall because I won't have to deal with nearly as much insect pressure from what I understand. And the insects, they have gotten the best of me in many different ways. They've been tearing my kale alive. The dazzling blue kale, I don't even have that because when I wanted to get it for myself, it was sold out, and then I got it for you, and then forgot that I was getting it, that I needed to get it for myself. But I got a nice bundle of seeds coming in, and I probably won't be buying any seeds for a while, just to stack up my repertoire of seeds. And I have a nice inventory of seeds, and I have a pretty elaborate light system here as well, so I'll be able to grow all through the winter here. I found this really cool tomato plant. I'll show you guys real quick. It's super tiny, right? And it's called an orange hat tomato plant. This orange hat tomato plant is only going to get about 6 to 8 inches tall. Matter of fact, I should not have to remove it from this at all. It should be able to live its whole life in this. And I am really excited about that because I'll be able to grow them right here on my light system set up. And they produce like these orange cherry tomatoes. So I'm excited about that. But if you guys have not started thinking about what you're going to do, it's so easy. To me, hardly any bugs, and I hardly ever water. That's what I'm talking about. I need that in my life because things are going to be gearing up pretty busy in my real life come this fall. So I need something that's going to be low maintenance, and I'll be doing a lot of traveling and whatnot. So I'm more focused on my getting my garlic because the spring garlic harvest, it was what I was going to expect. It wasn't nearly as robust as I would like them. I wanted it to keep the Japanese beetles away from Granny, hey, Lead Farmer, thank you for stopping in, man. I appreciate you stopping in. I really do. But Granny, she's gone dormant. She had enough. She checked out on me. She was like, listen, you just need to get your stuff together and come talk to me next year. So I I let her go dormant. She's still alive. I kind of put her in a partial shade area. I give her a little bit of water here and there, and then hopefully she makes it through the winter, and then we start again in the spring. I'm gonna switch her pot just because the pot she's in, that pot wasn't draining properly. It wasn't. So Would you say, when did you plant your garlic that you harvest in the spring? So I didn't plant that. I didn't harvest it in the spring. I planted it in the spring, and I harvested it midsummer. So that's why it was a very low yield. Now I'm going to plant the garlic for a spring harvest this fall. I'm sorry if I said that backwards. So my garlic harvest this year was not great, but I knew it wasn't going to be great based off the time that I planted it. So, yeah. Uh, uh, yeah. So, but I got plenty of seeds, and I really want to do well with my garlic. I really want to do well with my onions this next season. I don't really have. I'll start my onions early spring. I got a really cool technique that I'm going to be trying, based off what I learned this year. So I'm excited about that. So you almost home? All right, keep your eyes on the road. Keep your eyes on the road. But yeah, any questions? Any questions? Those Royal Burgundy beans are freaking amazing. You say you did that for years, never getting good garlic. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. Stinky Puddle Ranch. Hello. That's an interesting name. Yeah. Let me see what I've been. Let me check out these comments. See if anybody's been asking me questions. I've been sitting here rambling for a while. If you did ask me a question, just drop it again. Drop it again. I'm paying attention now. Drop it again. Yeah, that was wild. The getting featured in the local Army news out here. They really like my message. They like what I'm doing, and they're supporting it. You know, that could have went one or two ways. They could have been like, nope, nix it. But luckily, like you said, I have good eyesight, Lady Cheryl. Yeah, luckily they support it, and I mean I'm just grateful that they support it. They love the hey, what's going on, Dino? Appreciate you swinging in, man. But they support my mission. They support my mission statement. They like it. It's in good taste. So you know they threw me a bone there. So in that article, I mean that article may end up on U.S. Army Times. Who knows? You can't see the monitor, but you know what? That comes with with your experience in this life. So, you know, you own that. You own that. There's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, I'm on this phone reading this little screen. Comes at a really good time, the rise of gardeners and the rise of anxiety. Yeah, there's a lot of anxiety out there. And that's one of the things that they asked me when I was doing that piece. It was like, you know, did the coronavirus scare have anything to do with the gardening? And I said, no, I didn't have anything. The reason why I have a kitchen full of canned goods in there and a pressure canner already and a water bath. Well, I've had that water bath canner for years. I just didn't realize what I had. I thought I bought a big pot for cooking collards, which never worked out because you all know if you got a water bath canner, that pot's not for making collards. But that's what I bought it for. And then Led came on and it came out and he was like, hey, go check out Lady Cheryl, go check out Homestead Heart. We're gonna be canning. So before Corona took off, before, you know, the pandemic kicked off and put us in this place where, you know, people are scrapping to get these things, I literally bought all this stuff months ago. So I have cans in there stacked up. I'm ready to go. And we're actually, the wife is going to make her first little debut in a video. She's going to help me can up those pickles. We got them soaking in a saltwater bath, and we are going to, I don't think it was Lady Cheryl. I think it was Homestead Heart who just did a video on water bathing the dill pickles. Now, I've already done a batch. I did a batch, and I did it off screen, and I put too much apple cider vinegar in it. And I also didn't do a pre-soak in the brine wash. And I think, so correct me if I'm wrong since I got you in here. The Mr. Therapy debut, please don't, I won't let you miss it. She's going to be in it. She might not say anything, but she's going to be in it helping me. But does the soaking overnight in the brine, the saltwater brine, does that help it stay crispier by soaking up more moisture? or are you always just going to not have as in a crispy, your pickles aren't going to be as crispy as you like them to be when you do the water bath canning, Lady Cheryl? Yes, so the soaking does help keep its crispiness. Is that because that's what I'm guessing? And if you're saying yes, that is a correct assumption, look at me. I'm telling you, I'm a nerd. I'm a science little nerd. I went medical laboratory specialist, and now I'm explosive ordnance disposal. So, you know, yes, it removes. Oh, it removes the moisture. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I had that backwards. So I'm fallible. I am human. So yeah, okay, cool. So that makes sense. So that's what we're doing right now. That's the step it's in right now. It's soaking. When you saw me take the picture, it was me washing them. I pre-washed them, and then I went ahead and threw them in their saltwater brine today. And tomorrow we will go ahead and can with Homestead Heart. Now, I'm not going to follow her recipe to the T because I'm going to be using the Ball Canning Book recipe, but I am going to be using a lot of the tips, and I liked how she kind of did her own mixture of vinegar. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. So, cool, you're going to catch the fever. Look, I was in the grocery store today, and I walked by the blueberries, and you know, it's all about marketing, right? So they had this big old sign, and I was like, oh, blueberries on sale. I almost pulled a lead in there, but I looked and I was like, that's not really on sale. Y'all just put the big sign there to get me to buy it at that price. That's not on sale, but I'm looking for blueberries to go on sale, strawberries to go on sale, so I can go ahead and plant them in my garden and pull them out like Lance did in that video. That video was so funny. But yeah, that's what we're working with over here. We're getting the cannon going because what we're finding is we can't eat it all. We can't, like, I got a table full of tomatoes in there, and I just pulled off another table full of tomatoes. I got beets over there. Oh yeah, and by the way, Diva, I roasted some beets. Listen, I roasted some beets for my wife and I, for both of us, for dinner. I put them in the foil, threw a little olive oil on there, salt and pepper, just like you said. When I got it out, skin came off nice and smooth. I was like, yeah, I nailed it. I sliced them up, put them on the table, and I went somewhere. My wife, she came in. I came back around. Beets almost gone. She done ate all the beets, just sitting there eating them. I was like, you know, there's other food. I got like a whole meal, and you just ate all the. Those were supposed to be for us. She was like, oops, you know, just crushed them, completely destroyed them. So yeah, I'm gonna do some of the what was it, the white beets that you told me to get a hold of, Lady Cheryl. I'm gonna try some of those. So you said those are sweeter, but I got those candy cane looking ones. I'll be doing that. That's some eating. I know. Hey, it was good. It was solid, on point. The golden beets. So I don't have any of those, but I got these candy cane looking beets. I bought them off of Baker's Creek because they just look cool. You snooze, you lose. I know she crushed them. I'm gonna try to do a fried okra recipe in my air fryer. Let me see how that goes. You barbecued and ate all the beets, didn't touch the meat. Oh, at a barbecue, yeah. So, and that's another thing that has happened. From growing our own vegetables, we have accidentally gone vegetarian for, I would say, 4 out of the 7 days of the week. You know what I mean? 4 out of the 7 days of the week. So that's money, you know? So and part of that's probably laziness too, because it's like, what we got in here? Because I'm not trying to go outside. You know, we got things going on out there. What do I have in my house where I could put together a meal and slap it together? Like I was telling you in that video, we get that non-pita bread from Aldi, and Lady Therapy, she chef up some vegetables, the patty pan squash, throw it on there, and good to go. Yeah, meat is just not that good anymore. All of our meat comes from the butcher. That's it. And we don't eat a lot of it. So to really, the price difference is not that big for us because we don't eat that much. But when we eat it, it's quality. Like the chicken, we got a freaking whole chicken from there the other day. That was the juiciest chicken. Like, I'm not going to tell you that this chicken tastes like it was birthed by the Lamb of God. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you it tastes like chicken. It tastes more chickeny, if that makes sense. It had more of a robust chicken flavor. But one thing, all right, bro, go mow. Don't die out there. Drink water. But the thing about it was that it was super juicy and it just took all of the flavor really well. It just held all that flavor like a pro. So I mean, same with beef. When I open up the beef package from this place and I smell it, I'm pretty sure when they are before they slaughter these cattle, they must be taking them somewhere and letting them graze on like sweet corn and feeding them molasses or something. Because when you open up the package, that's all you smell. You don't smell beef. I smell sweet corn and molasses. Those are the two distinctive flavors that I can smell. And then the beef, it tastes really good and it runs through you like that. It doesn't bog you down or anything. You know, you eat it and you're good to go. So we have completely shifted our way of living, flowering like crazy for some beans. Yeah, you planted some bush beans. What's the best radish to roast, Lady Cheryl? Yeah, you gotta ask Lady Cheryl because I don't have I don't think I did any radishes. We're not really big on radishes. I've been doing a lot of karobi, and you know, y'all know who I found the karobi from, Aunt Linda, TNLG. But I love my karobi with collard greens. If you've never tried to put the karobi in the collard greens, what it does is it makes your collards heartier, especially if you don't eat meat. It makes them heartier, and the karobi has a good flavor profile on its own. But I find whenever you cook it with something else, it just it takes on whatever flavor you season it with, and then it just makes your meal a little heartier. So where you think you need a whole bunch, the watermelon radishes, those are good. Do they actually like? Do they taste fruity or are they still spicy? You just got some watermelon radishes. Yeah, I want to know what Tisa's asking about. I want to know what those watermelon radishes are like. But yeah, my garden is for a first year dude. Is spicy mild. Okay, for a first year guy, I'm pretty. I definitely did too much this year, like Leia was talking about earlier today. I did too much, but I got lucky because I didn't have an epic failure. The only thing that has really failed is yeah, Karobi is amazing. It really is. It's just I mean you can cook it so many different ways. And patty pan squash, those are my two new vegetables that I never knew anything about that I'm just over the moon about. Patty pan squash. You can catch me later. Catch the fade with the yellow squash and the crookneck squash. I grew up. My grandparents, my great grandparents, and my grandparents, they had full blown farms for the most part. They had livestock out there. They had land. We would go and we worked the land. And one thing that was always on the plate every single dinner or every other meal was catfish, right? Because my great grandma, she loved the fish. We always had some daggone catfish. I don't need any more of that in my life. And she always had yellow squash on the plate every single meal because I would go down there during the summer and it's a summer squash. So yellow squash just rolling in. So I'm yellow squashed out. But the patty pan, have I stuffed the patty pan? See, look, you always put me on the stuff it with what? With like some feta cheese or something? What you got cooking over there? I need to know because I have not done it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But that patty pan squash, it's like so. If you don't like how the yellow squash gets mushy, it won't not growing it again. You have too much growing. Well, you know, nothing. You know, everything ain't for everyone's garden. That's for sure. Everything is not for everyone's garden. Like the cucumbers that I did, I'm not a huge fan of either variety that I've grown this year. Now I know that I can pickle it and it'll be okay, but but all in all, I probably won't be growing those anymore. I'm gonna try the lemon cucumbers that Tisa sent me from her garden. I'm gonna try those next year. But other than that, I probably won't be doing those other pickling variety cucumbers. You know, the whole doing the pickling this year is to really learn the craft. I'm gonna learn it before your girl could burn. Stuff it with whatever you like. I stuff mine inside of the squash. Scoop out the sausage. Ooh. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, it's right above you, Lady Cheryl. That's what she does. Okay. But yeah, so things I won't be growing anymore. What won't I grow anymore? I would probably never really recommend trying to do in this kind of space, a really small space, a fruit tree is just not really worth my time. Now, I'm still going to keep my fruit tree, but the amount of space that it takes up and the amount you have to dedicate to that tree, you could probably use that container to get something that's going to be a lot more productive. Now, if you are in a place where you have more space where you can put more fruit trees, like Diana from Garden Love, go for it. But if you're working with a small footprint like me, because I'm not allowed to put anything in the ground. I wish I could. I can put things in containers on top of the ground, but I can't put anything actually in the ground. There's just a lot of things that a lot of things I could have done with the space where the tree is that I really couldn't because your window is closing fast. What are you trying to do, Miss Craft? I need to grow them again. Bugs. No watermelon for me. So I apparently I'm supposed to have some. I think it's like Dasunki Japanese watermelon. Dasunk. Let me see if I can find the seeds real quick. Someone sent me these seeds. There's supposed to be some Japanese watermelon seeds. I think they're on top of the fridge. Yeah, it's supposed to be so dark green that it looks black. I didn't get a chance to grow them this year because by the time I got the seeds, my window was pretty much closing and I thought I was gonna have to go out of town. I didn't, but nevertheless, I didn't drop them. So I'm interested to see what those will look like. I might be doing a few crops on my friend Nadine from Farm Story. She has a 3,000 square foot garden. They taste like cantaloupe to you? Okay, I'm looking forward to those cucumbers. She has a 3,000 square foot garden. I'm gonna try to get over there before the end of the season so you can see it, but she has a lot of excess land. So things that take up too much space here, I'm just gonna either give her the seeds to grow or go over there and, I know she'll let me put a few things in the ground. She's amazing like that. A lot of the plants that you see that I have out here, she gifted them to me. Like the patty pan squash that I had, I didn't grow that from seed. I told you I got those as starts. Now I ended up losing my patty pan squash. The vine borer ended up getting to it. But my winter squash, I can see it from here, but you can't see it. But my winter squash, my butternut squash is doing fine. I got a few squash out there that I'll be able to bring those in. But I think so far, the only thing that I've decided I won't be doing anymore is trying to do a fruit tree. Other than a fig, because of course you can keep a fig nice and compact as well, and it doesn't take up as much space. And I already have a fig on the way, and yeah, so that's cool. But everything else, it was really easy to rotate these crops. And if you're one of my lawn care people, and you're in here and you want to start your own garden, let me tell you this: if you can maintain a nice lawn for 70% of the year, gardening should be it will be easier. That's what I'll say. It'll be easier. And the reason why it's easier outside of dealing with the pests during the summer is because most of the things that we're doing, try buttercup squash. They're good too. And I found them to be somewhat pest resistant. Why can't you plant in the ground? I mean, it's pretty much an HOA out here. I can't. I mean, it's not an HOA, but it is, Grace. So I can't do it. Screaming buttercup. Okay, all right. Let's see. Knowledge, dropping them on me. But if you've been thinking about it, to my point, what we do in our lawn, trying to get 1 to 2 types of plants in our entire lawn, that is unnatural. You know what I mean? That's not how nature wants to exist. That's not how it wants to be. So, you see, you're just coming from buying peaches for my next jam session tonight. Yeah. So what we're doing out in our lawn is we're literally trying to work against nature to make something what we prefer. In the garden, though, you drop the seed or you get the transplant, and then you work with nature and you develop an ecosystem. Like I have praying mantis running around. I got dragonflies all over the place. Don't buy seeds turf. I got something. Ooh, sweet. Thank you. Appreciate that. You don't really have to do nearly as much. You just need to steward it and get the heck out of the way. A lot of people, and I fell victim to this. Like Led used to say it all the time, and and I even heard Diva. She made a video about it a while ago. I'm so behind on so many people's videos. I've been so busy. I just had my anniversary last weekend. That's why you didn't get a real video from me. It was our 7th year anniversary, going strong, and yeah. But what was I saying? I'm getting distracted. I got a short attention span sometimes too. But doing too much and you trying to try all these different things rather than get the heck out of the way, right? So that's what happened with the peach tree. I was trying to do so much. Like every time I thought I knew what was wrong, all I did was create a new problem. So with the garden, when you're coming from lawn care and you're trying to get into garden, they don't need a lot of attention, man. Just leave them alone, give them their food, do your soil test if you're dropping them in your ground. Now, if you're someone who's been gardening in your own land for the past 10, 15 years, and you've been putting it in your soil and you've been working your soil and you've been pumping out plants, you could probably skip that step because your soil profile is built. But if you're in one of these new construction homes, like my generation people, you coming out, you're buying homes for the first time, and you want to dig up that dirt and drop something in it, and then you're like, oh, what happened to my plant? Well, that soil, that dirt, that's dirt. It wasn't soil. Thank you for all the happy anniversaries. Your soil profile is not built up. So your soil testing is going to make or break you every time as a new gardener that are putting things directly into the ground and you're in a brand new construct. You have to take the time to do that. So if you do that first step, that soil test, you'll learn some stuff about your soil. You say you've been planting your soil for 30 years. There you go. Lady Cheryl, you don't need no soil test. You know where to plant certain things in your garden and where they perform well because your soil profile is so strong. You've been doing it for so long. But if you got one of these new constructions where that dirt, they done brought it in from somewhere else and it's dead, you used to do the soil test and you don't need to do it anymore. A soil test, when you get one done, is good for about 3 years. So now if you're not going to amend your soil, at least you'll know how to feed the things properly you put in that area. You'll know, oh, okay, let me put a little more bone meal over here because I'm super deficient in phosphorus. Or, oh, I have no nitrogen over here, but I'm going to put some heavy nitrogen feeders over here. So let me go throw a whole bunch of blood meal over here. Whatever you do, once you get that foundational test, you use it as your roadmap in conjunction with your horticulturist at your local extension office because they know your area the best. And the other best tip is, for me this year, watch other YouTubers, not necessarily just in your grow zone, but watch the ones that are ahead of you if you know you can grow the same things as them. Because what it does, it gives you a jump. Like, I knew when to do certain things because I'm watching people in zone 8A, 9, and I'm watching what they're growing, and I watch when they drop their seeds, and I'm like, okay, so when mine gets to that level, I know that it's pretty much ready now. Use those, just don't follow people that are in your grow zone, but if you strategically think about it, I'm like, okay, well, if this person's ahead of me and I can grow kale too, let me see how their kale went through whatever it went through, or let me see how their corn did this, or if I want to grow a whole patch of sunflowers, when did they put their sunflowers out? And, use that as a tool. No, you might not be able to grow the exact same thing they're growing when they're growing it, but when it's your time, guess what? You already got a roadmap. You already got a roadmap because that person showed you how they did it in their garden. And that doesn't necessarily mean it'll work in your garden, but you can learn. You can learn about how they did their pest control in their garden, whether you want to be all organic or whether you're willing to use some things that are not necessarily organic, but in the end, still probably better than what you're getting out the local grocery store. Hey, not knocking you, you do your thing, but use that as your tool. Those have been my 3 secret. People keep asking me, they walk by, they say, oh, you how long have you been gardening? you got a green thumb. You must know everything. I'm like, I don't know anything, lady. I figured out what I had figured out along the way, and my secret weapons have been my local extension office, tapping into my horticulturists, and watching YouTubers that are in a climate that's ahead of mine. That's all I've been doing, and reading, spending time to read and do that research on my own, and play with things on my own, and don't be afraid to fail. But if you get in touch with your extension office, and let's say your county doesn't, I feel like this valley is a whole garden season behind because of the climate. And it might be. It might be. You did the same thing. You watched Diva, Led, Miss Linda because they're about a month ahead of me. Work like a charm. See, it's perfect. It's like a little cheat code. You find someone who's about a month ahead of you, and then boom, I'm just, okay, they did that? All right, boom. So if they did it, and then like things like broccoli right now, when by the time you see me take my broccoli outside, if you are just starting your broccoli, you can still get some broccoli, but your broccoli won't be on the same stage as mine because I started it inside 4 weeks before I brought it out and transplanted it. Those are things that you're going to get from that grow calculator, the grow calendar that you can get from your local extension office or cooperative, it's called. And it's just an extension of the local state university. So if you don't have one in your county, go over to the next, you know how, you from a small town and you go to the next town over to get everything that you need because they got the big shopping plex. And yeah, so just Google that county because it's still close enough and pull that information, and then you'll be good to go. You not posting another video. She keeping all the cheat codes. But yeah, those three things. You do those things and you start without gardening, you'll be fine. A lot of new gardeners think, oh, I'm not going to. Season's pretty much over for me, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to worry about doing anything this season. I'm gonna start next season. No, build your confidence up in this fall because if the fall is going to be anything like some of these older gardeners have told me, the pest pressure is less. You get the water less, and if your habits are anything like mine in my house, you will find out that you probably consume more cool season crop vegetables than summer because we do. I mean, the only summer crop that we really like is tomatoes and peppers. Everything else, I mean, we'd much rather have a cool season crop. Wholeheartedly agree. There's always a horticulturist at your local extension office, eager and willing to help, and they will, and not only that, they will tell you where to get the stuff for free. If not, I picked it up, Stinky Puddle Ranch. I picked it up. That autocorrect gets you every time. Sometimes, get you every time, half the time. I feel like watching people in the tropics miscraft. Now, that's another thing, and not that she's saying that. Don't go so far ahead and you watching people growing stuff that you can't grow in your zone. Like, it does me no good to watch Dan permaculture, watching him grow his mangoes and his all these tropical fruits, and I know that I can never pull that off in my zone. So you got to do some research. You got to get in, and if you want to do the cheat code, hit up your local horticulturist. They're gonna give you all the answers every single time. That is my secret. I'm giving you that. That is my secret. That is what Rob has been doing. That is how I've had my success, is that I've tapped into people that know way more than me, surrounded myself with people that are way smarter than me, and then I just listen to them. Right, we all get too excited watching other people's videos, right? You watch Dan's videos and you're gonna wanna move to the tropics. Because that man have guava, pineapples, papaya. I didn't even know papaya grow like that. You need to go check out his daggone papaya tree. It comes off like a sore on the plant. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm not going to start seeds for broccoli, cabbage, or cauliflower ever again. I read my journal. In my journal, I had trouble with seed bolting when I started them in the summer. So I buy brassica transplants. There you go. Work with your environment. Now, because I have a nice little light system in here, I can start my brassicas in here. And I don't have nearly as a big garden as you do, Lady Cheryl. I'm patio gardener. Patio gardener full and through. That's going to change, though, here real soon when I get up out of here. Yeah, y'all see. I'm going to put it together. Those of you wondering about my worm casting and whatnot, I'm at the point where I'm producing so many worm castings that I always have fresh worm tea brewing. And my plants, they get it every day. Every single day. They get the worm tea every day. And then when the worm tea is done, guess what? Usually I wait until the rain is coming. When the rain's coming, I'll capture at least 17 gallons because I brew up 17 gallons at a time now. Then I get that, and then I catch the rainwater, and I flip the whole stash. So I'll pull off the last remaining 2 or 3 gallons that I've been holding on to, waiting for the rain. And then I'll take those castings that have been brewing for the past week or so, because I just let it go. So as long as it's getting air, it'll be fine. And then I will take those castings and I will put them in the soil that I usually just harvest. It's a constant cycle of just this ecosystem of, feeding the plants. Then I take the waste, I feed it to the worms poop it out, they turn it into readily available nutrients for my plants. I take that, I brew it, I multiply those microorganisms, I put that in my garden, then I take the castings that still are there and they still have plenty of nutrients in it, and I put it in the soil that I just harvested some stuff out to bring it back to life. It's perfect. You're working on your castings? Nice, cool. Yeah, let me know when you're doing your first harvest. Them worms, they get lazy sometimes. So sometimes you gotta like scrape off half of the castings. So, because what they'll do is, if you got the 360, they'll go down far enough just to get away from the light, but they won't go down to the next level. So what I'll have to do sometimes is take a layer off, put it to the side, and then, mess with the castings, and then they'll go down. And then I'm able to harvest those out. I move those to the side, and then I'll put the other half in there. But if you have any questions, just let me know. Shoot me an email. And yeah. But yeah, the wife, for the anniversary, we weren't supposed to be getting each other anything this year. She tricked me though. She okey-doked me. She hit me with the okey-doke. And we were supposed to be investing in ourselves. That's what she said. We're going to invest in ourselves this year. But she went out and then she went out and she got me this Master Chief Gravity Series smoker / grill. And this thing is freaking amazing. How long have I been married? 7 years. It was a setup, leg. She got me. Because, look, this is what she did. She woke me up. She was like, hey, babe, you got to, it's a package. You got to go sign for your package. Every time you talk about your words, you like, oh, let me go check yours, your groundwork. She says, it's a package outside, babe. You need to go sign for it. I ain't got no clothes on. I said, okay. Let me grab some pants, throw those on real quick. I go to the door. I look. I'm like, ain't no mailman out here. It's a big old moving truck. Somebody must be moving in. I go back inside. And she's like, no, that's the package. I was like, the package? What package? I'm halfway awake. I'm just now getting to my senses. I'm looking, and the man, he come off the back of the Penske truck with this, what they call it, pallet jacks, and then boom, and I see a grill in the distance. I was like, what is going on? So he rolls up and he's like, yep, got your grill. I was like, my grill? And he's like, yeah, the Master Chief Gravity Series 560. Is this the right address, right? And I was like, oh, she got me. I turned around, she in the corner smiling. And here's me, right? It's early, right? I was like, you about to install it too? He said no. So they just dropped it off, and that's what she got me, because that was actually probably one of my first hobbies outside of the military, because I love cooking, and then I learned how to smoke meats while we were in Texas when I was stationed at Fort Hood. And I'm looking at a smoking meat book right here in the Gordon Ramsay Ultimate Cookbook. I'm looking at 4 cookbooks right now. But so I started off with a real small, cheap smoker. We went to Germany. I left that smoker there. I got here. I bought a Weber smoker since I've been here. I bought that last year, and I showed her this smoker. Good time for payback. I know she got me good. That's right. But I'm going to get her back. No worries. But she said, babe, you always give me really nice gifts. And I just wanted you to get something this time. And I was like, okay, all right, we good. So as long as you're not going to reach back 3 months later and be like, you didn't give me anything for our anniversary. But I know she's not going to do that. But and then I showed her that smoker. I guess I probably showed it to. I don't even remember showing it to her, but I think it was about maybe 6 months ago. I must have showed it to her. I must have seen it somewhere, and she was like, that's what she said. She was like, yeah, you showed it to me, and I was like, oh, okay. And then boom, she got it. Do you watch Scott Rhea by any Scott Rhea? Why Scott Rhea? I don't. Yep, I got my hubby a smoker for his birthday. So the cool thing about this smoker, is it's got a hopper on the side. You put all your charcoal in the hopper and then you light it once and it's got a fan on it. You set the temperature and then you're done. So now that allows me to, like, if I want to smoke a nice brisket that usually takes anywhere from 8 to 14 hours, I could start that brisket at 6 in the morning and get back into bed. And know that my heat is going to stay at a nice 225. Excuse me, a nice 225 in its minimal effort. Especially if I have a lot of people, if I'm entertaining people, we ain't entertaining anyone anytime soon. But, when things get back to some type of normalcy, I'm doing some type of party or something, I can have the smoker going and then my guest can have my full attention. And it's got a little app with it too. It's the best gift she's ever gotten me, hands down. And she outdid herself. Check him out on YouTube. He makes his own sausage smokes, cooks them. He's a butcher. Oh, so what is it again? Scott Rhea. Let me see if I can. Bow, screenshot. Got it. Scott Rhea. By any chance. Yep, I'm gonna check him out. Yeah, I'm about that life, making my own sausages and stuff. But this journey has been fun. It really is. You're gonna have a cooking channel now. Nah, I'm not gonna start a separate channel. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of me in all aspects right here on this same channel. The channel started out about lawn. Now it's definitely about lawn and gardening. Dust off the old smoker and have a smoke for, hey, let's do it. I got some jalapenos over there. I might make some smoked jalapeno poppers, But I give you a little bit of me in all aspects. So, and I hope that you guys enjoy. I don't want to keep because, the same thing over and over again, that can kind of get boring sometimes. I mean, it get boring for me shooting the same thing over and over again. So, one day I'll just show you the smoker. So he's a beast. Okay, all right. I'm about to call you out. Matter of fact, I got a video that I recorded that I have yet to edit when I smoke some ribs. And I don't know how it turned out because I never really looked at the footage. But the end result, you can go check my Instagram for that end result, lad. You see that smoke ring, just so you know what you're walking into. I just want you to be prepared. I don't want you to say I set you up, hit you with the okie doke. We don't want no excuses. So you just go and you look at that short little clip and make sure you're ready to stand toe to toe with that. And then we can move forward. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of the smoker and the grill, I'm on cooking duty tonight. So I'm going to have to check out. But I just wanted to come on to thank all the people that have sent me stuff. There are other people, you know who you are, that you sent me some stuff, and it's probably the best stuff that I got, to be honest. But we're gonna keep that between us. And I thank you very much for sending it to me. It was delicious, every bit of it, and the stuff that we still got left is super delicious as well. Forever grateful for what you guys did for us in that time of need. That was amazing to see those people step up and do it. People, yeah, people are kind. There's still kind people out there, y'all. Y'all don't give up on the world. Don't give up on humanity. It is still good people out there, kind, genuinely kind people that want to push each other forward, and aren't so absorbed with me. Everything, like some of the greatest. It's plenty. Growing in my garden has made it clear to me that there's plenty for everyone. Plenty for everyone. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing? It's plenty for everyone. So, just be kind. you know, be kind. The blessings that you give out to someone else will come back tenfold, tenfold. So you be kind to each other, you pass those blessings forward, and it'll come back every time. I'm a living testimony of it. It's came back tenfold for me, and I know that there's plenty and much more in the future, for real. I really do. So be kind out there, love each other. Just because we got on masks don't mean we can't speak. Just don't speak to me if your nose not covered. I don't understand that. If your nose not covered, don't speak to me. You can keep it moving. But if your nose is covered, speak. You know, still speak. Speak. But I appreciate y'all hanging with me for a short while. I got to get on this grill to make Lady Therapy something to eat before she come in here and shut it all down. And y'all know my phone probably about to go dead anyway. So thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. There will be a video released this week. I don't know what it's going to be about. It'll probably be two. One will be garden, one will be lawn. And I like that. Do y'all like that? Do y'all like the double drops on Sundays? Or would you rather me just stretch them out throughout the week? Sunday is my day. That has a double meaning to me. That's my day that I always chill and relax, but at the same time, that's like my dedication to the man upstairs. It truly is. So it'll probably be a double drop. Want to be lawn, want to be garden. Thank you for my lawn people that watch my garden videos, because I know you're not really into it, but maybe you are getting into it. And thank you for the garden people that watch my lawn videos, because a lot of y'all don't care about your lawn, which is fine, and when I get to my next place, I'm going to try to do a very unique, hi Quietly Garden. Hey, you missed it. That's okay. You'll catch me next time. But I'm going to do a unique lawn that I think is going to be very attractive to most gardeners. I'm not going to give anything away quite yet because I want it to be my surprise. So, but I'm doing something specifically for the gardening people out there that want something nice to walk on, but also don't want something that's a lot of super heavy maintenance and increases your pollinator presence too. So it'll be cool. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for me. I will see you next time. Y'all take care. All right. Peace.